What's up YouTube Nation? Welcome back to the Samurai11 channel. This is video 2 in my favorite DCS focused YouTube channels series. The first video, which I'll link to in the upper right corner, was centered on my 5 favorite mission focused YouTube channels. In this video, I'm going to focus on my 5 favorite DCS cinematic video YouTube channels. I've got to admit, when I see someone has released a new DCS cinematic video, I almost always click on the link. DCS itself lends itself so well to cinematic videos. The graphics are great. The tools to create the story, the narrative for a video are so readily available in the platform. The mission builder is powerful. You have access to a lot of the back end of the sim through scripting. And the ability to record tracks for playback later certainly helps. That said, having the ability to control the playback of a track would be appreciated, I'm sure. It's a feature that's not currently implemented in the sim. We might see it in the future, though. The quality of DCS cinematic videos is getting better and better, something that those of us fans of them very much appreciate. And the fact that many people are getting into creating cinematic videos is awesome. But while there are loads of awesome videos out there, there are 5 channels that I find myself going back to over and over to watch and rewatch videos. And those are the 5 that I'll signpost for you here. The same caveats as in the previous video in this series. I've not been put up to or rewarded for this video. These channels have been curated by me and of my own volition. And there's no running order to these channels. I'm not ranking them in any way here, just giving you the 5 that I love most. Right, enough background chatter. Let's roll it. First up is Max Pedersen. Max has YouTube videos going back nearly 10 years, but seems to have gotten into DCS a bit more recently than that. I believe that his first DCS video was a short 50-second video of him on an online server in the Black Shark with Flight of the Valkyries playing as backing soundtrack. That's a video he released almost 3 years ago. He quickly followed that with his first DCS cinematic video called Belfast Child, catapulting him onto the DCS cinema scene. And it's been full of awesomeness ever since. I wouldn't quite say he's prolific. Since Belfast Child, he's released 10 more DCS cinematic videos in those 30 months, making an average of slightly better than 1 video every 3 months. But what he lacks in quantity, he more than makes up for in quality. Max is a master of his craft, and the fidelity he has to making excellent DCS cinematic videos is evident in every one of them. He's even put together the launch trailer for the Raven 1 campaign, a recently released add-on campaign for the Hornet based on the Raven 1 books by Kevin Miller. The narratives that Max creates are excellent. His selection of music for the video is exemplary, and his ability to choreograph music and cinematography to evoke emotions in his viewers is simply outstanding. His videos tend to be a bit more frenetic and action-packed than others, a staple go-to for me if I want to get excited to jump back into the DCS world. If you've not seen his videos, I'd really urge you to head over to his channel and check them out. If you have seen his videos, I'd really urge you to head over his channel and watch them or rewatch them again. I've watched each one at least 5 times. They really are that good. Next up is LA West. This is a channel that is solely dedicated to making DCS cinematic videos. LA West is also relatively new on the scene, slightly newer than Max Pedersen, having released their first video titled Trampoline in November of 2018. That's just shy of 2 years ago at the time I'm recording this video, which is in October 2020. Trampoline was excellent, and it thrust LA West onto the DCS cinematic scene and catalyzed the creation of an audience yearning for more from this creator, or team of creators. I'm not sure if LA West is an individual or a team of individuals. In 23 months, they have released 10 videos, an average of 1 video every 2.3 months. Pretty good going. All of their videos are excellent, but the characteristic that really separates LA West, in my mind, is the fact that they are a master at building a torrent of tension in the exposition phase of their videos, something that they themselves even recognized in their video titled Tension, a video set in the Persian Gulf in 1988. Their videos tend to be a bit more tense than some of the others, using more melodic or symphonic music to create a precipitous tension before unleashing the chaos of war in a video and audio crescendo that has a strident and headlong charge to it. Their scene selection is excellent, and their ability to control the emotional state of their audience is epic. If you want to experience a DCS World Cinematic Masterclass, head over to the LA West channel. Next up is Keller Dominik. This channel's been around for almost 5 years, and like LA West, seems to be almost solely focused on the DCS world, with the slight exception of a few IL-2 Battle of Stalingrad videos from a few years back. Over that 5-year run, Keller Dominik has released some absolutely stunning DCS World cinematic videos, including a short 3 weeks ago called Syria Action, the first DCS cinematic video I've seen set on a Syrian stage. The visual fidelity of the Syria map is incredible, and Keller puts that visual excellence to good use in this video. But all of his or her videos are like this. They are an excellent marriage of visual scene selection and audio soundtrack that is an awesome experience for the audience. Keller is prolific, seriously prolific, having released 60 DCS cinematic videos in his or her 5 years on the scene. That's a rate of 1 every month. And yet, while the cadence of the video releases are quite high, Keller hasn't used that pace, that cadence, as an excuse to drop the quality of his or her work. The bar is set high for this content producer. Head over to Keller's channel if you want to see some amazing DCS cinema. Fourth is, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Willfoss. A new creator in the scene, Willfoss has only been making DCS videos for 11 months or so, but the cinematic stuff started about 8 months ago, so he's kind of been on the scene for the same amount of time as coronavirus. I hope there's no correlation there. In that short time, though, he's created 5 versions of his DCS fan movie videos, the 5th of which just came out about 3 weeks ago. Willfoss is excellent at employing suspenseful, symphonic, and operatic soundtracks to slowly ratchet up the intensity and drama of his videos, all the way to a characteristically late visual and audio crescendo, after which the tone switches back to a more sedate and relaxed vibe for the closure of whatever narrative he or she was providing to the audience. All 5 videos in his or her fan movie series are excellent, and in my opinion, Willfoss has honed their craft over that time, getting better with each release. I love the series, and I really hope that Willfoss continues to make the DCS fan movie series or any other DCS cinematic videos long into the future. Head over to the Willfoss YouTube channel to see what I'm talking about. Finally, and last certainly doesn't equal least in this case, is PC2. PC2 has been making DCS videos since December 2018, almost 2 years now. In that time, he or she has uploaded 46 videos, the majority of which are DCS related. Now, not all of the DCS stuff is cinematic in nature, but all of it is entertaining. His or her latest video, released just a few days ago, is a fan tribute to the AJS-37 Viggen. It's a cool aircraft, and it's an aircraft I've not really had a chance to fly and fight in DCS, but the video is excellent. 3 weeks back, PC2 released an awesome video set to the song Blinding Lights by The Weeknd, a video PC2 aptly titled Blinding Lights. The video was fantastic, excellent pacing and cinematography, including using a focal length trick, which is really awesome. His or her scene selection marries up to the tempo of the songs that are used for the backing soundtrack really well. PC2 is also really good at using shots taken at the edges of the day when the light is fading or growing and taking on a stunning mix of yellows and oranges. Many of the videos feature a wide variety of aircraft. It leaves me to wonder if he or she has the entire portfolio of DCS add-on aircraft. Head on over to PC2's YouTube channel to check out the videos. Right, folks, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm a big fan of these channels, and I hope I've introduced a few new channels to you. What do you think? Do you think I've missed one that's worth pointing out? If so, just fire a comment in the comments below. Now, as always, stay happy, stay healthy, look out for each other. Samurai is RTB.